the win over Radford. Shot clock at 3. Termes, the swing, the heave, and it's banked in by Noguero.
They can't finish or haven't finished early in this one, but those opportunities and looks are there.
So look at Georgia Tech's starting 5 as that one is stroked in by Olivia Hutcherson. By Chia, she's marooned. Off to St. Rose, penetrates on Termes, goes up strong and lays it in. Just 3 versus Duquesne, albeit with also 5 assists. Thomas Harris filling the lane, blocking foul to call, and she'll shoot 2.
The steal, and hopefully that can get her going. And it was a nice cut by Thomas Harris. Yeah, just a little late by Belker.
Knee injury she suffered against Quinnipiac on November the 16th of last season. Cost her the remainder of an NCAA tournament year. Offensive rebound and the stick back by Hutcherson. Shot clock's at 8. Tall and the stare down with Turnage. Takes it in deep on Walker. Banks it and scores, and a foul.
Play in the paint, but it's just aggressive. Realizes that she has the undersized Walker on her and is just anticipating the cuts, thinking they have to make that pass instead of holding the basketball and looking for the second option.
Here's a 3 to tie, and it's down the well.
And it's really just trying to have that steady pace, but ooh, shooting the gap, Hutcherson.
Hutcherson striding in on Turnage, and the Tigers take their first lead, and Hutcherson has a chance for an and 1.
The land on that layup, great anticipation by Hutcherson. She gets the steal and the and 1, and that's big time. You see Chia is loving it. That's the most energy I think I've seen.
Trying to take it in deep. Rifled around to Crawshaw. Back to Alben for a 3. Yes. Answers right back. We're back on level term. Good closeout defense by the 6'6 Ariadne Termes. Here's Samuel. Thought about the 3. Down the shoot to Crawshaw. Feeling out the contact on Charles. Spinning, hooking,
big
scoring.
Time shot. Secure a home victory.
Princeton basketball to begin the second half. Lob down in deep. St. Rose got the step in the lane.
And that was intentional. They gave her a touch, set her up nicely so she could get an easy lay-in, and hopefully that can get her going in the second half.
She was an amazing pull out of Old Bridge, New Jersey, St. John Vianney. She was the number 46 player nationally out of high school by ESPNW. That 3 is pure. St. Rose, slingshot to the Chia for 3. Got it, and a foul. A chance for a 4-point play for Ashley Chia.
And got herself open so her teammate could find her. St. Rose does, and she knocks down a big-time corner.
The Golden State Valkyries, and then followed her across the country to Princeton, where they were teammates for a year. Backdoor feed, Noguero off the dish from Termes.
And I love it.
Approaching the midway mark of quarter 3. Princeton 3 of 9 from the field in this third quarter. The backdoor feed to Hutcherson, and now Olivia Hutcherson, a new career high, 11 points.
And that was big time. That baseline was wide open, and I didn't know if Princeton was going to try and penetrate, but it was a great cut by Hutcherson to get the lay-in.
A backdoor feed, this time from Tech. Turnage finding Walker. Trying to lead the break ahead to Edie. Georgia Tech hustles back. Tall. Down to Edie. Edie up off glass and in, and a foul.
Lay-in. And you see Thomas Harris goes for it. Heads up play. Nice dive. Nice cut.
Noguero with team high 11 points. Dribbling through traffic. Turned it over. Up ahead to St. Rose. Alben in pursuit. Can't get there, and it's a 1-point game. Inside of a minute, third quarter. Noguero off the back cut. Sets up Termes. Spinning, banking, and scoring.
And that's
great
a big
patience
time
catching that in the post. Termes throws to Alben. Has to create. Blows by Chia and lays it in.
Go along with that speed and quickness.
And her speed is somewhere between blazing and blinding. She's got 12 points. A three-pointer with a hand in her face by Tall. Rebounded by St. Rose. Belker. Through the lane with the left hand, Belker. Noguero running pick and roll with Termes. High wires that baseline, keeps the dribble active. The fadeaway, banks it in. That was a clutch shot. Tall with those back-to-back threes to kind of ignite this Princeton comeback. Belker behind the screen, a +1 to Tall for another triple. That one heavy, races in, grabs the miss though, dumps down to Hutcherson, and the Tigers take the lead. This is where all that returning experience for starters for the Tigers will pay off. The scoop layup too heavy, and Thomas Harris swoops in for the rebound, lost her balance though, laid in by Tall and 1.
Staying with the play, and is able to get that ball out of Thomas Harris' hands and get the and 1. Princeton coming with this full court pressure.
It's a brand new Georgia Tech lineup, and like we said, in a tight game, final 3 minutes, Alben strokes the three, banks it in. Inside of 3 minutes to go, Princeton has the experience edge. Belker slicing, scooping, scoring. Walker now pulls it back to a flashing Turnage. Turnage trying to muscle her way in. Tough fadeaway, misses. Termes rebound. Back underneath to Turnage. Turnage and one.
Turnage miss, finds her again. And great positioning by Turnage.
Off to St. Rose. Can she deliver a clutch basket in her return? She'll stroke the three and connect. Of that run to the NCAA tournament last year. And Princeton shows its poise down the stretch. They will open their season. The preseason Ivy League favorites knock off Georgia Tech 67-61.